Welcome back, Shalloners. Well, today let's break down Kylie Jenner's new Playboy pictorial and why I think this is sort of like the beginning of the end for her and Travis. It's full of red flags. When a Playboy pictorial should be like full of boobs, butts, like saucy things. No, we're in the modern era. It's boring AF. But before we get into it, just want to remind you guys, if you have a question of your own and want to talk with me privately, find me on the Instant Go app, but just for the next few days, because then the new website launches. My username on Instant Go is ShallonXO, and click chat to get connected. Also find me on Instagram at ShallonXO, where I let you guys weigh in and vote on the very next topic that I do. And be sure to listen to my podcast, Girl on Top, out every Wednesday, every place podcasts are found. So Kylie and Travis, and oh yes, Travis, because Travis is a part of this. In fact, the whole thing is called like Kylie by Travis. And that right there is red flag number one. No. It's more like Travis by Kylie, okay? Travis didn't create Kylie Jenner. He didn't create her brand. He didn't create her aesthetic. It would make more sense to be like Kim by Kanye, because now all Kim wears is Yeezy. She looks terrible, but whatever. Like, that's like, okay, I still don't like that from a feminist point of view. Like, men don't create us. Thanks, bitch. And Travis, like I said, certainly didn't create Kylie. Like, whenever I say something bad about Travis Scott, like the Travis Scott stands like, fuck you. Like, he had a whole career before her. Like, I'm aware of that. I'm aware they were both celebrities. But girl, you cannot deny the accuracy of saying that she leveled him up and gave him so much clout. You really think he would have played at the Super Bowl if he wasn't dating Kylie Jenner and like now was so known to 160-some million people? Come on. You ever been to a Travis Scott show? The audience is like all little white girls from the suburbs. It's Kylie fans, you know, and then like really hardcore Travis fans. It's a very weird melange of people, but everyone seems to get along. Good for them. So this whole Playboy thing, I was actually excited for it to come out because like I love nudes, whatever. And I used to be like an old school fan of Playboy. I was actually at an event the other day and they had a whole wall of like Playboy covers from the 80s and 90s. And I'm so mad I forgot to take a picture because the poses were so like flirty and coquettish, but not like gross. I mean, inside it was like Vag City, but like on the covers, they were like really cute. And I'm like, oh, these are exactly the kind of photos we should send to boys instead of nudes. Because they're like suggestive and provocative, but like if your grandma saw them, she'd be like, Kimberly, you know, but it wouldn't be like catastrophic. And so Playboy has taken this very strange turn. And I understand that in like the age where you type in VA in Google looking for a vacuum cleaner, you do not just get vacuum cleaners. It auto-populates with a different word. Like we are but a keystroke away from some nasty stuff. So it's like, why is somebody going to pay $6 for like a still image of an airbrushed titties, you know? And so I think Playboy, I don't know, their pivot was very, very strange to me. Like no more nudes. I remember whichever Hefner took it over. He's like, people don't want to see nudes anymore. Come to my Snapchat inbox sometime and try to tell me that again, Mr. Hefner. I don't think that's true. It's like people want to see nudes. They just don't want to see like cheesy, lame ones. So when they got Kylie for the cover, I was like, oh, that feels more like old school Playboy. You know, Kim was on the cover, whatever. And this is the weirdest thing in Playboy. Like this is the weirdest, most off-brand thing I've ever seen. Let's just start by reading the intro. It's called The Deck in magazine terms. She knows how to capture the gaze of hundreds of millions, but only a select few, those she allows to get close, know her from a different perspective. An intimate glimpse into the life of the 22-year-old mogul as directed and interviewed by her partner. Did you fall asleep halfway through that? I did. This is the most generic. You could apply this. You could be interviewing Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and this is the deck that you would use. You just change the age. It's so lame and flat, but at least it sets the tone accurately for the rest of this interview because it is, first of all, Kylie is being interviewed by Travis, and it's like, have you guys met? Do you want to exchange phone numbers maybe? I know you have a baby, but like, they're so stiff and weird. And look, I worked in magazines. I've been an editor for over a decade. And I get you do have to edit people's quotes for clarity. As long as it keeps the same spirit of what they're trying to say and you don't edit like too much, but like people say like, Travis in other interviews, he said, no, I'm saying, no, I'm saying, no, I'm saying, no, I'm saying. I actually don't, Travis, you're mumbling. I can't understand you. But he says it like every third word. And this interview is like, it's like he's a human LinkedIn profile that came to life. It's like, we're shooting for the magazine's pleasure issue. What does the word pleasure mean to you? Which old school Playboy would have been like a French maid's outfit, like a thing of whipped cream. No. We're not living there now. I get pleasure in doing things people say I can't do. Cool. I mean, this whole thing was so boring. It was so corporate. It was so controlled. Can you talk about a memory when you feel like you exceeded expectations? How sexy. And what's she talking about? Forbes. She literally talks about a different magazine in an interview for one magazine. Like that's kind of the golden rule of like magazines. They don't get to talk about other publications. Hello? Like I feel like that's kind of a no-brainer. And it's like this whole thing was basically just her resume in such a flat way. Does the recognition change the way you live your life? It really motivates me to be the best version of myself I can be and inspire young people to achieve their goals at any age. What in the name of fucking fortune cookies am I reading? Like, what kind of babbling BS is this? It's not sexy. It's not funny. It's not revealing. Like, there was not one single pull quote. Like, that's what we call it when, like, you know, you read on, like, Pop Sugar. It's like, Kylie Jenner says she's ba 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 ba. It's like an excerpt from, like, an interview or something, or a tweet or a caption or something. And there was no one ever had a pull quote for this because it's so boring. So let's see. She's talked about another magazine. She's talked about like generic, you know, just blabber. And then she starts talking about her child, her baby child. How sexy. Like, again, like this is Playboy. First of all, like having an ugly dude in a photo layout with a hot chick is way too similar to what all of us hate about porn, right? No one's looking at the guy. He's gross. If we could just like put like a full body hazmat suit over him and cut a little hole, great. Like everyone's looking at the girl. Like I don't care how straight you are and you like guys, you're only looking at the chick, right? Dudes are gross. And so it's like, we have one of the hottest women on the planet, allegedly. Let's add in her like boyfriend. Like that's really going to help our audience, white straight males, fantasize about her. And then have her draped all over him in all the photos. And make sure she talks about her infant child. I'm just like, what? It's like, why don't we just like put a camera on her and send her into H&R Block? It's so boring. It's so weird and boring. I can't get over it. And then she talks about like my brand and branding. Also not Playboy's audience. Kylie Skin. This audience doesn't use your skin products, dude. They're bros. Like the photos are even just very like, they're fine. Like they're like, that's pretty. That's a pretty selfie to put on your Instagram. And it's funny, like the photographer who did this, Sasha, I'm going to forget the name, Nemtsova. It might be a she. I'm so sorry. Sasha's, in Russian, I think it's a boy's name. I'm so sorry. But this photographer who's extremely talented that I follow on Insta takes like these really like erotic, sexy photos of models, like in almost these like vintagey retro, like 70s settings. So when I saw that this photographer, Sasha, was shooting this, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so fire. This is going to be so great. And it's so boring. And it's not the photographer's fault. Like, you know, like they can only take pictures of how people pose themselves. Like the whole thing is just, yeah. So this ends, like usually you want to end on something punchy, like as an editor. And then we have our days off together. Yes, Travis, please bring it back to you and how you recreate. That's what everyone wants to know about. Not like tits, maybe how you guys, this could be a great, it's like, yeah, we spend all day in bed and we like watch CSI and then we like pick parts and act it out and no, I'm running this up. Ooh, blah, blah, blah. And it turns into a sex game. Don't worry, there's nothing like that. You talk about what you do with your daughter. We go swimming. Stormy loves swimming. We're always in the pool or playing in her room or taking her out to lunch with us. So here's why this like rankles me. It's not about the fact that she is the least interesting person in Hollywood. Like she's just like a, you know, when you watch like a commercial for like ibuprofen or something and it has that generic, like that neon outline of a human, and just like, that's Kylie. Like she's just like an outline of a person with not a lot of personality, which you guys see in the comments all the time. You're like, she actually used to be so funny and so quirky and kind of like cool and a little like, almost like emo, like scene star. And like, that's just gone. That's gone. And I think she's gotten the memo, or she's become so guarded that it's like, she is a pretty face and a pair of tits and a big fake ass. And that's it. And that's it. But also a businesswoman. I'm like, okay, like, did you ever want to talk about like managing employees and like life lessons we could all learn from that, even if we don't have $1 billion company? Like, hey, what can someone take into their own life? But I guess that's what I do, right? I examine celebrity and give you guys things that we can take into our own life. So what is the lesson here, right? What's the lesson here? Well, the lesson is don't bring that boyfriend into your career. Guys, there's only a few rules in terms of mixing like categories, you know, in terms of romance. Do not get a tattoo for a guy. Don't cast him in your music video, kiss of death. And maybe don't put him in your Playboy layout. I just feel like celebrities go through this and they all think they're so unique. It's like, oh, no. We can come out with a clothing collection together. No. We can do a perfume together. Chloe and Lamar Unbreakable. Remember that? Garbage fire. It literally smelled like garbage too. And like, don't use your clout to help your man. And I know that seems like, well, I love him and I would do anything for him. Make that, instead of saying him, don't have that pronoun there. Have the pronoun you. Have the pronoun me. I love me. I will do anything for me. And whatever is left over, I'll consider it. Whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it's information, whether it's energy. Because I just think it's so dangerous when we involve our business and our career, and by proxy our finances, with someone we're dating. You know, I had this conversation the other night with a boy and it's like, oh, we should start a company. Like I meant it in jest. He's like, absolutely not. Like we can't get involved like that. We're not involved in anything anymore, so that's fine. But it's just not something that you want to be doing, because financial freedom is the only freedom. Think about it. When you think about people like these migrant people who are kept in concentration camps in the border in Texas for, I can't even speak on it. It's so upsetting. It's so disgusting and upsetting. It's horrifying. But they're there because they're poor, right? If they had money, if they had financial freedom, they wouldn't be walking 3,000 miles with 4 toddlers each trying to get into a different country. Obviously, you trace back almost any problem and it comes back to money. And behind that comes a lack of education, which is why I did that GoFundMe recently. And you guys know we raised $3,000. Geeked out. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud. It like reaffirms my faith in humanity, you know? Shallon tries to make a difference, one donation at a time, one small step, one small epiphany. And this is another one. Like our financial freedom has to come before anything. And I know what you're thinking. Like, well, don't worry, Shallon. No one's offering me a Playboy pictorial with my boyfriend, so we're safe there. That's true. That's true. But don't flirt with dudes you work with. Don't date and fuck guys you work with. I get so many questions like, there's this guy I like, because this is how it always goes. This is how it always goes. There's this guy I like at work and he flirts with me too. I want to date him, but he doesn't seem to be like escalating it. I know. Do you know why? He's got his eyes on his bag, not on his girl. That's not what he is at work to do. And now he switches, so that's what you are at work to do. So who do you think is going to get the promotion? You, who's there like, or him, who's like a little bit flirty, and then he's got his eyes back on the prize. He's got his eyes on the corner office. He's not looking to call someone girlfriend. He's looking to get called boss, supervisor, not boyfriend. That's not what he's here for. And you know what? Men run the world because they keep that mindset. It is hard enough out there for us women to climb any sort of corporate ladder, whether it's like scooping ice cream at Ben & Jerry's or working for Amazon. It is hard enough. The deck is stacked against us. The glass ceiling is real, okay? And that's if we aren't shagging our way around the office. I am a hoe and a half. I have never hooked up with someone I've worked with. Never. I don't even flirt with people. I like kind of purposely look ugly at work. And I mean, maybe that's like why I've never dated someone I work with. Like those are my ugly hours, okay? Like my office would joke that like 4:30 was like Shallon Cinderella time, that I'd be like I'd go to the bathroom, I'd do my hair, I'd put on my makeup, put on a dress, and I'd go to an event. I wouldn't just be like tits out, like hair extensions, lips and lashes, like sitting working on my expense report. Like, no, when I'm at work, I'm working. I'm focused on the money. And guys know that. They're hardwired to be providers and achievers. And more we are too. We're getting the memo that I actually don't maybe just want to stay home and be a housewife. I have goals and dreams of my own. And those dreams and goals are achieved in micro decisions. Every big decision is comprised of many small decisions. You know, every big achievement, tiny small achievement. Losing weight. It's not like you skipped one meal. You shouldn't skip any meals, but like you made good choices consistently, and there we are. Career's the same way. So it begins small. It begins small. You see someone who's flirting with you? Okay, you're going to compartmentalize this guy. He's a fun, spicy thing that makes me put on a little extra contour in the morning, helps me get through the shift, but that's where he stays. I don't let my imagination run away with me and be like, we're going to be like Jim and Pam from The Office. Jim and Pam are the grossest couple ever. I hate those two. Like, they're fine. I think Jim is like the epitome of a beta male. The only alpha male in that office was Oscar and also Daryl, okay? The only alpha males, because they stood up for other people, right? Because we know alpha males are pack builders. Jim didn't do that shit. He cut people down behind their back. It's embarrassing. You're that tall and you're a beta. What a waste of a good frame. But the reason I hated them as a couple is because it made an office romance look like charming and fun. Girl, I cannot imagine leaving work and coming home and seeing my coworker. Oh, you again. Oh, what are we going to talk about? Oh, work. Oh, the place we were just at for 8 hours? Great. And then we're going to go to bed and I get a 7-hour respite from you. And then it starts all over. Like, that is just not my idea of a good time. I need things to be like separated. When I'm done with work, I need to be done with it. When I'm done with the boyfriend, I need to be done with it. And that, sorry, getting distracted. That I think is like really crucial for all of us in terms of like following our goals. So again, don't involve things. It can be really, really easy for us when we like someone. It's like, I don't think women know how to moderate our levels of affection. And that is one of our strengths. That is what makes us excellent mothers, wonderful, warm, caring best friends, wonderful caregivers. You know, it's like when we love all in. Like, I don't ever like, I like them a little bit. I may be holding back because I'm still evaluating and I don't know who they are, blah, blah, blah. But if I'm like, I like you, I like you. And I hear this from you guys all the time. And that is a huge difference between men and women. And I tell you guys this all the time. Guys can like someone just a little bit. And it like blows our mind. It's like, well, what do you mean we went out a few times, we hooked up and we had a great time and you don't want to date me? Like, what? That's just how they are. It's very, very irritating, but they're better at compartmentalizing. So the point is, if we like someone that we're involved with and they're near work or even not, and we have maybe an opportunity that can help them, we want to give them everything. Oh, you take the lead on that project. It's okay. No, it's okay. No, it ain't. So the red flags for Kylie and Travis here is that I feel like she's getting desperate. It seems to me like she's getting desperate to hold on to him. And she's like, let me pull you into my world more. Oh, don't fade away. I'm going to pull you back with my clout. I'm going to offer you something that no other girl out there can offer. You're not going to get this kind of magazine coverage without me. You're not going to play another Super Bowl. Come on. Come on. But I can do this for you. Please stay. If that's the only card we have to play, we got to just fold the hand, you know? No one is worth diminishing our dreams and our goals in service of theirs. That's not what we're put on this earth to do. And if we start to do that with any relationship in our life, whether it's a sibling, whether it's a best friend, whether it's a coworker, whether it's a boyfriend, if we are busy pulling and carrying someone else, we don't have the energy to fulfill our own destiny. And your destiny has nothing to do with anyone else. You're not born to love him. The fuck you are. Maybe you're born to like cure a new form of cancer. Like you are not put on this earth to like be his wife. Okay. That doesn't mean you can't find your partner and be like, we are best friends and we're moving through this world together and we are partners, but you're still your own person, baby girl. Because things don't always turn out the way you think they're going to, right? And if that happens, the last thing you want is to lose the love of your life and your career too. You got to keep it separate. I want to know what you guys think about Travis and Kylie's weird, lame thing, their Playboy thing. Were you expecting more? Were you expecting something else? Were you expecting some nipple? I don't know. I haven't read Playboy since like 2002, probably. I don't even know why I was reading it then. It sounds kind of weird, but. And what do you think Playboy should do to save itself? If you care at all. If not, that's completely fine. If you don't, just keep watching my content. Click like and subscribe for 4 new videos a week. I'm sorry, I've been a little slacky. We were doing some back-end stuff on the channel, emerging some things, so blah, 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 tech heat, housekeeping, but I'm back. And like I said, listen to my podcast out every Wednesday, every place podcasts are found, and find me on Instagram at ShallonXO, where I let you vote on the next topic.